Hey, what are your favorite layout tools? There's a difference between marking and measuring, but I'm talking layout. Stay tuned and you'll find out which ones I like. Okay, so every shop needs one of these. This is a 1281 square. This is the one is my go-to square no matter what. For checking square, but also for layout. And you gotta make sure your square is square. So I'll give you a little tip before we get going here. This is how you check a square. You gotta make sure right here that this is clean, and you bring your square in and you scribe a mark. Then what you do is you flip it over. Come in here, cameraman. And you bring your square right here at the very base and you scribe a line here, just like this. And you'll see my square is square because there's no divergence up here at the top. So this is absolutely perfectly square. Okay, now we know that the square is square. Let's do a little bit of layout with it. And this is what I use it for a lot of the times when I'm lining up things. Like I'll scribe a mark for my track saw. So what I'll do is, let's talk about the measuring part. This is my favorite tape, and I want to do a 200 millimeter rip. So let me put a little mark right here, okay, at 200, all right. Now, I want to make that mark longer. So my layout tool is my 1281 square, and I bring my pencil right there and bring my square where I want it and do a layout. Another one of my layout tools, when I want to scribe a longer line for more precise alignment, is this. And I never really understood this until I started laying out longer lines for my track saw. And this is one of my go-to tools. You'll see it hanging on the back wall in the SedgeTool shop. This is a precision mill. This is a TSO MTR 18 triangle. You've seen me use it with these pins here to make sure that my MFT table is perfectly square for cutting. But I also use it for this. I take the pins here and then I take them like this because they're precision milled. I put them against this edge and it allows me to what? And I get a 600 millimeter mark right here. It allows me to do a longer layout line just like this, and it's absolutely precise. Okay, so the next one is quite simple, but a must in any shop. A lot of people have T-squares, which allow you to scribe a line like this, similar to the 1281 or the MTR 18 that I just showed. But what's different about this is you also have this edge here. This is a true saddle square. So if I do a layout here and I need to scribe perfectly the adjacent surface here, I can do so without having to move my square. And this is really, really important, especially when you're doing some tenon work. So the beauty of this saddle square is you have all kinds of increment of measurements. I like using the metric. So what if I wanted to lay out a line parallel to this front edge? I take my mechanical pencil and I put it in the 50 millimeter mark, just like this. And I could slide it like this and absolutely do perfect layouts with it. This is the shorter version. It's 150 millimeters or roughly 6 inch. This is the 300 millimeter or 12 inch. And I can, if I need a longer layout line, say at 250, I can bring this right and it follows the straight edge. So if I'm doing a big mortise in here or through cut, this is the ultimate layout system, a saddle square. Okay, so when I'm doing a lot of more intricate layout, I usually use for a quick scribe, I use my finger as a layout tool. But if I need a little more accuracy in this, and I know I'm going to do a lot of layout, I'll throw this in my pouch for the day. This is the Polini pocket rule, hence it fits in your pocket. But this is a dual scale. It's in imperial and in metric, and of course I use metric. So the layout is similar to my finger, but what's nice about this is, say I'm going to go 50 millimeters off, I have a little fence. and it keeps you from wandering a little with your finger. So I lock it in like this, and the beauty of this layout tool is right here there's a little notch. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to lay out a 50mm line just like this where I need it, and I'll take that pencil, bring it right in, and it stays right in that notch. So I could do absolutely perfect layout with this. I truly believe this is a must, and if you're doing a lot that day, it just fits right there. Every shop needs one of these. It's a miter square. For what? Checking miters, but also laying out 45s. And I have found myself more and more laying out 45s on longer sticks just so I can get the grain right before I take it to my miter saw. And it's pretty simple, just like this. And I'll also show you how to check a miter. Of course, just like a square, you can always check to see if that cut was 45, and this is originally why I bought it. So I just take it in like this, making sure, and I see no daylight. And nowadays, I don't even know why I have to check because I have a Capex. So finding a center on a narrow board has always been problematic for me. And trying to measure from one edge of either side to get to the center, I love this. This is a self-centering jig and layout tool, and both of these fences are right here. So when I set this up, I just take it to the material and I close those fences down and lock it with this top knob like this. And then what I do is I put my pencil in and I can scribe so quickly a center. So hopefully this video showed you which tools I like for laying out a line or a scribe mark. And as I said in the beginning of the video, in the comments below, please let us know what is your favorite layout tool, because I'm always looking to increase my productivity. Hey, as we always say in the SedgeTool shop, be positive, stay sharp, and we mean wicked sharp.